Hey you guys, what's up? How we feeling? How we doing? I'm really tired. Nothing new. First off, I got a blanket tonight because I'm cold and chilly and I just want to cuddle up. And, what I got to say though is I am really enjoying getting to just sit and yap and talk. One thing I didn't know is I did not know that I was a yapper. Like, I never thought I was great at conversating and that I was kind of awkward and stuff, but people have said, and I'm starting to realize that once I start going, I can just yap and yap and yap and yap. And yeah, we got a few things I want to talk about tonight. I actually kind of have an outline and a plan. I always start like sitting fancy and then like a few minutes and I like already just want to go like this. So hopefully y'all can put up with that. I want to talk about Wicked because truthfully, best movie I've seen in a very long time. I don't watch lots of movies, but I was so impressed by this movie. And everyone I talk to about it, no one wants to talk about it or has seen it, and no one will watch it. So I need to get my thoughts out on it because it was truly one of the best movies I had ever seen. I got some notes made and everything like that, or not even notes, just like I wanted to remember things. But we're gonna start so that way all y'all people who don't really care about me can hear my thoughts, give your thoughts, and then y'all can leave if you want. My history with Wicked. Okay, let's start there. So how I ended up watching Wicked is that my father bought the movie. Oh, I need to remember to talk about that with you guys too. Because what pisses me off is the side tangent, because I don't think I'll remember to get into this. I'm trying to find people to talk about this movie, and everyone that I like who has seen it, which is just my dad that I know, he went, yeah, the movie was great, but I didn't like that it was a musical and everything like that. And I'm kind of like, well, yeah, whatever, it's a musical. Because I'm not, I don't hate musicals. I just don't really watch them. The ones I've seen I have liked. I love Hairspray and High School Musical. Y'all know, can relate to that. But I'm kind of like, yeah, but the story, I didn't, anyway. That's kind of where I wanted to go with that quickly. But my history with Wicked is I did not know the story of it. And I literally only knew the song Popular. Popular, we're gonna be popular. Anyway, right? So that's all I knew about Wicked. I did not know the storyline. I knew that it was a musical or like a Broadway play, I think. And I know that it is based off The Wizard of Oz, but I don't even have history with the Wizard of Oz. I don't have history with The Wizard of Oz, right? So I knew nothing really going into this, and I just kept hearing that this was like an amazing movie, but no one like around me was watching it. And I know the meme of the finger and Cynthia and Ariana in it, and I really just wanted to watch it because Ariana was in it and I heard it was really good. I'm kind of hearing it's like the Barbie of this year or whatever, right? I didn't get to see it in theaters, and my dad ended up buying it, watched it himself, but told me that he had it, so log on and go watch it. So, and I don't really watch lots of movies. Like I can't, they don't keep my attention. Anyway, I was bored one night and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna watch Wicked. So I turn it on. First of all, it was like 11 at night. I did not know that this was a 3-hour movie. So if you have not seen it yet, prepare yourself for that. I took 3 watches to watch it, actually. Not like stop and restart. Like I watched an hour, had to go to bed, watched an hour, had to go to bed. Anyway, I guess if you're watching this, you probably know what Wicked is about. Little synopsis, and I'm not going to explain this great because I've only watched it once. And this is like also the first movie that I actually want to rewatch in a long time. Basically, I did not know what Wicked was about. I knew that it was about the witch, but whatever, right? This whole movie was about how this girl's skin color made her an outcast, and that they were like trying to get rid of the animals and that everyone was lying. And it's like a story, or at least this movie is about, society. I think racism. I'm not very smart with words and stuff like that, and that's my fault. I need to know more, so fill me in or let me know where I say something wrong, but please know I'm not coming at this out of rude intention. I'm trying my best to word things right, but I might say something wrong, so please forgive me if I do, and please let me know. But I think this movie might be, or is, a symbolism for like racism. Is genocide the right word? I don't know. See, I'm not smart, guys. What is genocide? Genocide is violence that targets individuals because of their membership of a group and aims at the destruction of people. So genocide, I believe I'm using that right. It's all about the genocide of the animals and even the monkeys with the wings. I guess there's going to be spoilers because I'm just going to be talking, but how they make her cast the spell and like use her and trick her into thinking that she's doing something good, and it like eats at her. One thing I do love is how well Cynthia portrays her need of just not wanting to hurt someone. You can see that her whole intention is that she does, because she's been such an outcast, she does not want to put that on other people. She never wants to do harm. And I also find it funny because I didn't know that like the wicked witch was actually the good witch, and the good witch is actually the bad witch, right? And not even bad witch, because she just has intentions of, like, it's who she is that she's been brought up to know that she needs to be popular and all this stuff, right? But she's not a bad character either. So anyway, going into this, I was completely mind blown about what Wicked is. One thing I don't understand, and I need to like rewatch it, and also because I'm not familiar with the songs, I don't know the background, I'm just going off of like first impressions, right? What is it, if you can fill me in? I think there's something with when Ariana sings, like if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. There's parts where she's singing a song and then she'll just sing it in a certain tone, and it's to emphasize certain parts of the song and her character. I think it's showing a part of her character or hinting at something that I'm supposed to be looking out for or paying attention to, but I don't know exactly what it is supposed to be conveying. One, because I've only seen it once, and yeah, but it is a little jarring when you hear it because she changes the tone and it makes you want to pay attention to it, and it's not off, but it sounds off for how she has been singing, right? So there was that too. And I didn't listen to the soundtrack before watching the movie. I just literally dove in. Did it live up to your expectations? Had no expectations going in, besides the fact that everyone was saying it was the best movie that they had seen this year. Like, you know, I believe the dude who did Lord of the Rings said that it was like the best movie he's seen ever or something like that. And so I heard that and I was like, okay, gotta give this a shot. But no expectations really. Completely blew my mind watching it and exceeded what I thought I was going to get, you know? Because I have not been impressed by a movie in such a long time. It looks beautiful. The animals look amazing. Like Disney, The Lion King, because I tried watching that and I gave up like within a few minutes because I can't handle the way everything looks with them talking. Wicked does amazing with the animals, the way they looked, like it looked believable in a weird sense, and they like the animation of them and everything like that looked amazing. The costumes were beautiful. Ariana's dresses, oh my god. The sets, again, beautiful. Like so much of it was practical, which was amazing. Like that was another reason I wanted to watch this, because I heard that they actually built the sets. Any personal connections to the characters or themes? Definitely. And maybe that is why I love this movie so much, is like just realizing this now, is feeling like an outcast when you didn't do anything to be the outcast. Just she was born green. I was born the way I was born, you know, and just because of that, something she did not choose, which does not affect anything at all, makes her an outcast and makes people look at her and think of her a certain way. And I guess I've kind of always felt that way, is that just because I don't fit in with the people around me, I've always felt like there's something where people look at me and I'm not always completely in the scene, right? Or a part of the group. I always feel like I'm trying to win people over. And I think what's amazing, and it's probably been a week since I've seen it, but like, and that's the thing too, is I can't get this movie out of my brain and want to talk about it. So I think that shows how good it is. What I love is that I don't think anywhere throughout the movie is she trying, it hurts her, but nowhere throughout the movie is she trying to win people over. She wishes that they would accept her. And when the ruler of the school, that the other witch lady, takes her on and wants to use her magic, you know, obviously that's actually the bad character. She loves that someone's there to accept her for her and not use her for anything. Spoiler alert, that's the whole point of the movie, is that they're trying to take what's bad about her and the thing that makes her feel like shit, and they're trying to make her not feel like an outcast, so that way she'll help them do what they want to do and actually like control people. Don't blank right now. So I guess completely did relate to the themes of the movie, of like being an outcast and always just trying to like fit in. But what I love is that she stands out, and maybe not that she's okay with it. Well, she's not okay with it, because by the end of the movie she embraces it, and that's what the whole thing is about, right? If you care to find me Anyway, she doesn't care to fit in. And that's like what, and I didn't know this either because I love the song Popular because it was my only history when I was like, popular. I did not realize the true meaning of the song is that trying to fit in, and like the whole point of the movie and the song is like fitting in and not being yourself to fit in and like playing a character and everything like that. I'm going to make you popular. I didn't get that, right? One thing I am curious about is why so much Ariana relates to Glinda the Good Witch, and that's her favorite character, because Glinda is not a good character. She's not bad, but her intentions and what she's striving for is not. I want to know why Ariana relates to her so much and why that's her favorite character. If it's just something because you grew up watching her or whatever, but I wonder why that's the one and not the Wicked Witch. I did not realize that was the point of the song. And Cynthia actually does not give in to that. And she's like, I'm not going to be popular. I'm fine. And I really like that point of the movie too, because usually there's the character arc of someone trying to give in. And I don't really think she did. And again, I've only seen it once, so sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Correct me, please. My thoughts on Ariana Grande as Glinda. Amazing. I loved her dresses. I loved her singing. I want to know what that change in tone when she's singing is about. And also, I'm going to sound so stupid if I'm wrong about this, but she doesn't sing lots in the movie. She does, but she's not I don't think, besides Popular, does she have a main song, that is just hers? She has the one with Cynthia that's my blood is rushing, what is this feeling? I was surprised how much of the show she was not actually the main character, and I thought that was going to be the whole point, is that she's the main character, but Cynthia is the main character, right? And I get that it's Wicked, but I thought that she would still be... I still see this as Ariana playing a supportive role in the movie, like a side character kind of, which is not a bad thing, just... That's how I seen it, right? I think she did amazing playing the character. And again, her character surprised me because I did not... Again, she's not a bad person in the movie, but she isn't maybe the most well-intentioned. Oh, Bic, you do that for me. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. Loved her in it. Oh, I just had something I wanted to say, but I can't remember. Maybe I should change points and it will, come back to me. My thoughts on Cynthia as Elphaba. Loved her. Love her nails. I really this is going to change just a little bit. I really like the opening of the movie. The music in the start was really emphatic and kind of scary and off-putting in a sense. And then you go into No Amore's the Weekend. That was cool, right? Cynthia did amazing though. I can't even explain how much she captured with her face and her expressions and her tone of her voice when she spoke, or how much you seen she cared when not wanting the animals to feel like an outcast. Beautiful voice. Did not know that she could sing like that. I seen her perform at the Grammys, I believe, before watching this movie, and I thought she was good. Her in this movie excels even the Grammy performance. Amazing. Love her character, love her outfits, love the hat. Yeah, just amazing. Overall, the whole cast was pretty great and amazing. I thought, I guess I don't really have much to relate to on how their characters are supposed to be because I have no history with The Wizard of Oz or anything like that, or Wicked. I was going to say about, I think, Jeff Goldblum, him playing the wizard. I don't know if he did a great job or not. I enjoyed him in the movie. I think everyone kind of just loves his quirkiness. And the lady who played the headmaster, I guess would be the best word to call her at the school, who takes on Cynthia as her student. I don't know her name, but I know her face when I see her, and I really like her acting too. Any standout set pieces or costume designs? Well, Ariana's were beautiful. Just stunning, honestly. Everything was so whimsical and beautiful that way. The opening scene with all the flowers was great. Again, just overall so amazing. Yeah, Ariana's was amazing. The headmaster's dress and outfits were great. Cynthia's outfits were beautiful. Overall, just amazing costume design and set design. And again, the animation that was in it was amazing of the animals, the way they looked and the way they spoke. It was believable. How did the movie flow? How did you feel about being just part one? Were there parts or that feel too slow or too fast? No, you can keep up with it. And I think it was great. Long, but it wasn't ever felt long. I just was tired and needed to sleep, Like, I was invested in every part of it. Never any part of it was like, okay, get through this. That never happened. And not knowing the songs, because with musicals, they usually tell like the majority, like they'll recap the main plot points in the song. Never did I feel lost or like I was missing something. And I still don't know all the words to all the songs, right? So like, I think that's great. And I think the more that I watch it, the more I'm going to catch on and go, oh my God, I missed that. But first watch, I didn't miss anything to get the main plot point, which I really liked, right? And part one. Yeah, I don't know. Like, does part two even exist in real life, like right now? Or is this just something that they're going to make part two, right? Like, is this like going to be new? Because I knew Wicked existed, but Wicked part two doesn't exist, right? Does it? And I don't even know what to expect from that. Like, how are they going to make a part two? Because in the end of part one, she embraces who she is, Cynthia, and goes, and flies away, and the monkeys are chasing her. See, I guess I do know that from Wizard of Oz. Is I thought the monkeys were her, liked her and were on her team, but in this movie, she puts a spell on them, and they're trying to kill her by, at the end. And I believe at the end of the movie, they're chasing her, right? So I don't know what part two is. Is part two going to be like the Wizard of Oz, but Wicked part two, just told from Ariana's point of view? Or what is Wicked part two? Does it exist already, or are they writing a new story for this? And that's all going to be new, because I don't know where they continue from this, right? So I think Wicked part two is going to be really cool to see. Obviously, now that I've seen Wicked 1, I want to go to the theaters. I do not want to miss this movie in the theaters. Although, because I watched part 1 with my headphones in, right? So I got a clear mix of the music. So I don't know if I want to watch Wicked 2 in the theater, because I want great audio, right? When I do watch it. Favorite songs. Oh my God. Let me open up the soundtrack here. I do have a few. Wicked. It's at the top of my Spotify already. No more's the Wicked. I love that one. Again, I need to rewatch the movie and understand the points of the songs to really fall in love with them. But I love the opening of it. Maybe a little long, but I get that because it's the opening of the movie of everything like that. I guess what I should say is that on Spotify right now, the ones I have liked and added to my library, so kind of just instantly hit me as great, is What Is This Feeling? Love that one. I love how they go back and forth in the room and everything like that. Oh, it's so funny when she's like, dearest Mumsy and Popsies. And, Ariana speaking, and she's giving all these examples of why Cynthia is not a good roommate or whatever. And then Cynthia just goes, she is blonde, right? Love that. Popular I liked, of course, right? And I've kind of already talked about that. Dancing Through Life. Love that song. I don't know what about it is. What it is about. Oh, that set was amazing too, with the turning library and everything like that. That was stellar. Love that. But I love Dancing Through Life and oops. And Defying Gravity. Love that. Obviously, that is the song. How it pulls the whole movie together and how she finally embraces who she is. And not that she didn't, but she's like, fuck it, And she does that yell, and how Cynthia and Ariana resolve as to, you're not a bad person, I'm not a bad person. We just have different ways that we're going to live our life, and that's okay, right? Her going, this is what you want, this is what I want, And they resolve on good terms, I think, anyway. And I really like that. But she embraces who she is, and it's amazing. So if you care to find me. Love that. That song is my jam right now. I was in the bathtub last night listening to these songs, and I'm sure blasting them on my Bluetooth speaker, and I'm sure my family was going, oh my God. Anyway, love the music, love the opening. Again, No One Mourns the Wicked. Yeah, just great. They're so fun. What I do love about musical songs is how they change up to tell the emotions and the story. Usually a song stays the same because it's one theme, whereas with the musical, you're going back and forth between characters, and they change the speed of the music, the production of it, and everything like that to let the different characters speak, right? Which was, I really liked about the musical songs. Any songs that surprised you and stood out? Popular. Just because I didn't realize that was the meaning of the song. My only history with Popular was Ariana's cover that was a remake of the song with that one dude. Themes that resonated with you. Again, Elphabuzz, feeling misunderstood, character arc, not being accepted. Love that. That's a good way to describe it. The duality of performance versus authenticity. I think they were both great at their characters. But I think that's the difference between Glinda and Elphaba, is Elphaba, even though she feels like an outcast, and maybe Glinda does too, but Glinda's way of handling it is acting perfect. and having people accept her that way. And Alpha Buzz is authenticity. Even though she doesn't like it and she doesn't like being an outcast, she embraces her authenticity. And when Glinda like gives in and does the dance with her in the one scene and everything like that, and everyone's laughing at her, but she's embraces her authenticity over being liked. I love that so much. I love the storyline and the staying true to yourself no matter what. And I also like that Ariana was not like a bad character, even though she wasn't the good character, which is funny because she's the good witch, right? How do you hope they wrap up the storyline and thoughts on part 2? Again, I don't know because I have no history and everything like that. I am very interested to see where they go with it. I don't know if I want to dive in and learn the history of it or go in being completely shocked again, but I am excited for it now and like want to see it. Yeah. Oh, and like literally 10 out of 10 best movie I've seen in a long time. And I guess exceeded my expectations, but that's not the right word. Like blew me away because I didn't have expectations besides everyone saying it was good, but I didn't have like a history with it, right? So overall, just 10 out of 10. And I needed to get my thoughts out because I have no one to talk to about this. And it was amazing. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, things I missed. Maybe I'll put this out for a few days before I go back and rewatch it because I do want to go rewatch it. But let me know things I should like pay attention to, things you guys noticed, things you liked. Like, is there really anything bad about this movie? I don't know. Loved it though. Yeah, those are my thoughts on Wicked. Really, really, really enjoyed it. So much so that I want to go back and watch it again, which says a lot to me because I don't watch lots of movies. But anyway, thank you for listening to my rant about Wicked. Now, if I've won you over, keep watching and please subscribe and all that stupid stuff. But if that's all you cared about, thanks for being here. And I'll see y'all, when I watch part 2 and do this again. Those are my thoughts on Wicked. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the music, still diving more into the music and like falling in love with the music. But as a movie even, I loved it. But yeah, peace.